Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. I know I haven't been on a while. I'm going to share this live out, and then we will get started. Okay, hello there. Give me one moment, and I would be happy to read for you. All right, there we go. How are you today? Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I know I haven't been on in a while. Our youngest has been having some medical issues, so we've been kind of having our hands a little full. All the readings today that I'm doing are free. Donations are deeply appreciated. But not required. Hello, could you please read for me? Will me and my ex-husband reunite again? Well, let's take a peek. He's getting there. It's taking time. Okay, my darling, in regards to you and your ex-husband reuniting, I'm not seeing that happening. What I'm getting is that, the teamwork between the two of you is just not there to connect, to rebuild the relationship the way you wish that it would. Okay. I see a lot of struggles within the romantic relationship, and I see a lot of disconnect between your hopes and dreams, his hopes and dreams, and they're just not aligning, my dear. So I am very, very sorry. Okay, I'm going to start making a list now that we have more people coming in. How do I say your name, darling? Is it Nama or Nama? How do I say it? Hello, Shannon. Thank you for the like. Hello, hello. Absolutely, Shannon. I will add you to my list. Or Sharon, sorry. What would you like your reading on, my darling? Was it Nama or Nama? What is your question today, my darling? I'm going to be completely honest with everybody right now. I am absolutely horrible with names. Okay. If I butcher your name, I deeply apologize, and please let me know how to say it. I am just one of those people. It's just not good with names. So what is your question, my darling? And thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to try to get back in the swing of things and coming in weekly. But if you missed it earlier, we've been dealing with some health issues with our youngest, and my life has been a little bit preoccupied. Okay, let's take a peek. Okay, my dear. So when it comes to, will you work it out? There's a lot going on. Okay. I'm seeing that one of you guys have very high standards when it comes to, things in a relationship. All right. And the other one is just kind of like, whatever, not as high standards, doesn't put as forth the same amount of effort. Does that make sense to you, darling? Okay, everybody, that's just coming in. I do have a list I'm going down. Please reserve your questions until I get to your name. That way I can see everyone that's popping in. I can see the answers to the people I'm talking to and during the current reading for. Otherwise, all the comments go really fast. So, hun, let me know if that's about right for the partner. I'm seeing loss of spontaneity also within, that relationship. But as far as you working it out, honey, I'm not seeing that, but I am seeing new beginnings for you. But you have to be willing to let go of the past and keep those high standards that you have for a relationship, dear. Don't waver on those at all. Okay? I'm also seeing lack of respect, and I'm getting that from him. Okay? Um, so darling, I wouldn't even, as much as it may hurt, I wouldn't even put forth the effort because he's not. All right? Does that make sense? And there's no point in you putting forth your effort if they're not going to. All right, Claire. I hope that helps you, darling. Claire would like to know, how does Dee feel towards me lately? Well, let's take a peek. If you just came in and asked for a reading, I've added your name to the list, and I'm going on down it. Donations are not required, but they are deeply appreciated. Okay, let's see. Let me add to my list here. I just have people jump in. All right, Claire. All right, if you just came in, like I just said, I just added you guys to my list. I'm going down the list. All right, Claire would like to know how Dee feels. I'll make sure I got that right. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, Claire, Dee has a lot of, how do I put this? A lot of stuff emotionally that he has, or she has not come to terms with, if that makes sense. There's a lot emotionally going on. Now, that's not necessarily to say that that's a bad thing, okay? A lot of people have that just hard time working through it. I would be very careful, because unfortunately that is leading to fears and withholding information. I wouldn't necessarily always call it a secret, but they feel like they can't share their feelings all the time, or they don't really understand or can't put it into words, type of thing. So, I would just, if you really want to pursue it, I would tread carefully, not go too fast. I wouldn't push too hard. That fear seems to overtake. Okay. From what I'm getting, that they're learning to break these cycles and these negative phases. They're just not all the way there yet. Okay. Which means that, doing a relationship while another person is doing that healing is very difficult. It's going to take a lot of understanding on your part if you feel that it is worth it. Okay. There's a lot of past resentments when it comes to that person within themselves. So they're working on making amends. Okay. As far as their feeling about you, they don't even understand their own feelings quite yet. So, I feel that there is a draw towards you. But as far as being romantic, I don't think that they're there in a romantic relationship, because they don't understand themselves yet. All right. Does that make sense, darling? All right. I have everybody that just came in. on my list. Sharon, honey, what is your question for today? Lost my husband's 11 months exactly now, unresolved matters, financially, any messages for me. Okay. Sharon, honey, are you looking for a mediumship? Because if you're looking for mediumship, I don't do those during my lives, unless they pop through while I'm doing readings. I do tarot during my lives. If you're just looking for a message that you need from your spirit guides, I can go ahead and pull those cards for you. You just let me know what you need, honey. Lily, honey, I added you to the list. Darla, I don't quite understand your question, dear. Do you have a marriage ahead? What do you mean by that? When Jill, yes, you are. Um, when you asked if you and your ex-husband would reunite, are you talking about your ex-husband? Tina, yes, you're on my list, honey. Sharon, honey, are you still here? All right, Sharon, I'm gonna pull and see what your guides have to say for you. Right now, I don't know if I lost connection with you. Okay, so Sharon, for you, it is saying that you still have a lot of, shattered energy. You got a lot of frustrations, a lot of anger, a lot of sadness still. Okay, um, and for that, it is very understandable because you lost your husband. Okay, but it's saying that it is really holding you back on moving forward. So we need to work on that moving forward part. You need to rethink your approach, especially when it comes to finances. Okay. You need to stop holding yourself back. Okay. There's nothing that you could have done to prevent anything. Uh, and you already know this in your heart, but it's stuff that you keep telling yourself in a way. It is almost as though I'm not quite sure how to put this. It's almost as though you feel like it should have been you, not him. Um, and that's just a part of grief. Okay. So we need to try and move past that grief, and I know it's very difficult. Um, but when we're able to understand and move forward, what I'm seeing for you is new opportunities, okay? It's also saying that you receive intuitive messages, but your energy is so scattered that you don't understand that they're actually messages for you. It's saying that they come in you see it in a dream. So I would suggest that if you actually remember your dreams when you wake up, write every detail down that you remember, because he is visiting you in your dreams and giving you messages that are private just for you. That is what I'm getting for you right now, honey. Um, but like I said, once we're able to get past this grief, I do see things getting a little better for you. I see a lot of opportunity. I see a lot of positivity. Okay. So allow yourself that happiness. Okay. Sharon, I hope that helps you. All right. Now I'm probably going to butcher this name. I am going to try. Let's see here. I have more people that just came in. Let me add to the list real quick. Okay. Waryai. I'm sorry, honey. I am so sorry. I probably totally butchered your name. Please tell me how. How do I say your name? You're welcome, Sharon. And honey, yes, please replay because I just went ahead and did it anyway. Yes, everybody who is in currently as of this very moment, your name is on my list. Okay? Okay, darling, what is your question? You are very welcome, everybody. Do you have a marriage ahead of you? Let's take a peek. And like I said earlier, donations are not required, but they are deeply appreciated as this is my source of income. Danielle, honey, I will add you to my reading in just a moment. Or to my list, I should say. Okay, as far as do you have a marriage ahead of you? What I am seeing is that there is going to be a rough patch in your relationship, okay? There's going to be, I feel like there's going to be talk about splitting the relationship up, but I'm also seeing some reconciliation. And a deep desire to make amends and to forgive. So I feel like there's something that is going to happen within your relationship that is going to really test you guys. I do feel that you guys will resolve it, but there's going to have to be a lot of communication and a lot of rebuilding of trust before I would say a marriage would come into the picture. But I don't see your relationship ending, but I do see that you guys are going to have this big issue that's going to have to be resolved. Okay. So whoever this is that you'll be dealing with, I feel like they have a lot of past that they don't speak of. Um, I feel that they were very hurt. They're very closed off emotionally. And I think that's going to have a lot to play in, the issue, the big issue that comes in. Um, I do feel that you are strong enough to help this person grow. I feel that you're strong enough to help this person get past the emotional pain, suffering, and grief that they've been in. Okay? So even though it's going to have that rough patch, I do believe that the person that's coming for you is going to be the one that you will end up with. But I don't think marriage is on the table in the very near future. You see what I'm saying? Could it end up that way? Absolutely. But it's going to take a lot of nurturing. Okay. Hello, Nicole. I will add you to my list. Does that make sense, honey? I know you're not with anybody at present. This is talking about your next deep relationship. I try not to talk about flings. I mean, as much as flings are fun, I understand you're single, honey. That's why I said this is in regards to your next deep relationship. Um, Flings are, they can be fun, but there's not a whole lot of to them, if that makes sense. Um, so when people ask me, "Hey, am I going to get married?" When I ask my guys, I ask them what is happening with the next deep relationship that's coming. Is there potential? And when I ask that, they will give me what it is that they see as of right now. But keep in mind that what we see when we read the cards is based on the choices you have made up to this point. Okay? Um, we are human, we have free will. So it allows us to, change the path that we're on. So, if the path that we're on and our guides are saying, "Hey, you're screwing up, this is what's going to happen if you keep going," we can change that path. And that is what, tarot readers do, is we tell you the message and what we get in regards to the path that you're currently on. All right. Well, let's see. I scroll up now. Okay. I'm not sure how to say this name either. Evangelia? I said it right. What's your question for today, dear? All right. Diane, honey, I've added you too. I said I am absolutely horrible with names, and I apologize for anybody's name that I butcher. All right. Meg, honey, I will add you to my list. and you will be the last person of the day. All right. You want to know how your exams will go and if you'll get the scholarship. All right, let's take a look. Yes, everybody that is currently here is on the list. You should be okay, Chaz. As long as you're back within 10 minutes, you should be just fine. Oh, you got to pop out in 10 minutes. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying, honey. Right. Okay, honey. So for you, it's saying that the fruits of your labor will be rewarded. That you're very self-sufficient. However, you have a lot of self-doubt, honey, and it's telling you that you need to remember that you have put in the work. You know what you need to do, and you have the answers. Okay? It says your fruits of your labor will be rewarded. So I hope that helps. It seems that your studying everything is going to pay off for you. Okay. Yes, Carol, you're on the list. Yes, Tammy, you're on the list. And you are so welcome, dear. Tina. Tina, are you still here, darling? If you are, what is your question? Okay, do you have a specific question about your finances, honey? And Heidi, you are up next, so if you have your question, please be ready. All right, Tina, I will take a look. All right. Finances. Tina, this is telling me that you, unfortunately, are really filled with anxiety, and it is not allowing you to think outside the box when it comes to finances and making them get better. Okay? It's saying that you need to try new things. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I'm not quite sure what it means by that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But the one thing that comes up is that it's saying that there's somebody in your life that is kind of, for lack of better words, doing emotional and manipulation, and it really wants to talk about that. It seems that this is a big thing that is happening in your life. I'm not quite sure why it is happening. And it's not giving me a clear picture on who. So it may be more than one person. It is also telling me that when it comes to your finances, that you need to work with, collaborate with somebody to help kind of get that anxiety when it comes to your finances under control so you can see the bigger picture. It's telling me things are not as bad as you feel they are. Your anxiety is kind of um, playing you and kind of making you feel like things are a whole lot worse than they are. Um, we need to let go of the hopelessness feeling that you are feeling when it comes to the finances. And whoever is doing this emotional manipulation, honey, you need to kick them to the curb because they're playing into your anxiety, which is playing into these finances, and you not being able to see that bigger picture and being able to, rework the finances, if that makes sense. Okay. So we need to kick this person to the curb so we can think clearly and be able to look at everything the right way. Okay. Once that happens, you're going to start seeing a big change. All right, Heidi. Tina, honey, I hope that helps you. Okay, no, there it is. When will I meet Mr. Right? Well, we can pull it up. Oh, Bianca, thank you, darling. All right. Heidi wants to know when I will. Chaz, honey, I will get to you. I'm trying. Heidi, if you were over on my page, I do have you guys still all on the list. I'm going down the list. Okay? Just bear with me. There's a lot of people on my list. All right, Heidi, let's take a look. You want to know when you are going to meet Mr. Right. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, honey, is the number 7. Okay, and I know it sounds very weird, but I'm not getting whether it's months or years. And I'm really hoping not freaking years. Okay, 7 years is a long time. What I am getting though is that you're going to meet somebody. This person has potential to be Mr. Right. It almost feels as though when you meet this person that you kind of hold back. Um, I'm sorry, it's not clear on everything that's coming in. So I'm having a really hard time describing it. It's almost as though when you meet this person, for lack of better words, it's almost as though you don't like them at first. It takes you a while to warm up to this person. Um, it feels as though you're meeting this person through a mutual friend or mutual colleague. It's somebody you both know, but I really feel that at first you don't really like their attitude. Um, they have a lot of self-confidence, but it sometimes comes across as being cocky. I'm unsure if that makes sense to you. Um, you're not the type of person that likes a cocky attitude. You appreciate confidence, but not cockiness. Okay. Um, and it's like a very fine line. Okay. So I feel that you're going to meet this person 7 months from now, not the seventh month of the year. Does that make sense? Um, but I don't feel a relationship starting for a while because, like I said, and it's going to take a couple times of you guys meeting in this mutual uh, times. I don't know if it's a party, a dinner, or something, a casual thing, but it's going to take you a few times of meeting this person and getting to know them uh, to actually start liking them. But I do feel a relationship will come from that person that has the potential for marriage. I hope that helps, darling. I know it's probably not as clear as you wanted, but this one was really unusual. Um, but try not to take the attitude which they have too personally. They like crack jokes that they think that they're funny, but not everybody else thinks they're funny. All right, Michelle, darling. Michelle, are you still here? Okay, do you see me being in a relationship anytime soon? Hello, everybody that just came in. My list is full for today. Donna White, honey, that's what I'm doing right now. They are free card readings, but my list is full for today's readings. But if you sign up on my page, I will, you will be notified when I go live again. Tamara, yes, you are, darling. All right, Michelle. All right, Michelle, you need to leave that self-doubt at the door. You are your worst critic, my darling. And this is where, um, you know, the destructiveness as far as wanting a relationship, it's almost as though you want a relationship, but then when it comes time to get out there and put yourself out there for the relationship, you have this wall. Okay. Um, we need to work on opening ourselves up a little bit more. Okay. Somebody in your past has really done a number on your self-confidence, and you have this wall that you put up when you're meeting people. You try to keep your emotions, close to yourself and not show your emotions to many people. What I want you to do, honey, is put all that to the side because I do see you building up more friendships, more confidence, more happiness, and that is leading to romantic relationships. Okay. But we got to work on this stuff to get the stuff that we want, if that makes sense. Um, I do see you finding self peace, and that is the best thing in the world. When you reach that that self peace, okay, that allows us to be open to the people that want to meet us and to build a relationship with us. And that, my dear, once you reach that, that is what's going to open the door to love and romance in your life. Okay, so relationships, absolutely on the table for you, honey. But we got to remember to love ourselves before we can love anybody else. Easier said than done. I know, I've been there. Okay, but yes, do not give up on love. Do not give up on relationships. It will be there for you. Okay, I'm probably going to butcher this name. Michelle, I hope that helps you. Lokender. Lokender? Lokender. You are most welcome, Michelle. If you are still here, please let me know. And Shaz, honey, you are up next if you are still here. Hello, Abigail. Okay, Shaz, honey, what's your question? You want to know, will myself and Dom be in a really this year, please? I'm not understanding what that is. Jill, you are actually up next, darling. Okay, so you want to know if you and Dom will be in a relationship this year? I want to make sure I understand your question. Please excuse any spammers on the page. It is not I don't own the page. I can't control it. Okay. Thank you, darling. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, for recording them. All right, Chaz, darling. Honey, were you like Were you and Dom in a relationship or thinking about a relationship previous to this? Where you guys like took a break or like discussed having a relationship but didn't go through with it? Because I'm seeing a lot of mixed emotions with this. Um, I'm seeing a lot of insecurities. Um, I'm seeing jealousy of um, other romantic relationships. I'm seeing I'm seeing a fear of loss. Okay. Well, that makes sense. The fear of loss. I mean, if you guys went into a romantic relationship, it didn't work out, you could lose your friend. So that's completely understandable. As far as a deep romantic relationship, honey, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Um, I'm seeing that there is deep feelings between the two of you, if that makes sense. Um, I mean, there is a draw there from you both, but I'm not seeing it connect to the point of a relationship, a romantic relationship, if that makes sense. Um, is he very impulsive? Because I get the fact that the feeling that he's a very impulsive person, um, which can lead to some, you know, questionable judgments. He doesn't always think things through before he gets into some of these relationships. He doesn't always think these things through before he does them. He's very hasty and very impulsive. Um, my darling, but as far as a romantic relationship, I don't see that happening anytime soon. And with his impulsiveness, I don't think you really want that in your life right at this moment. Impulsiveness can be fun, but it can also be very destructive. All right. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, and I'm sorry, but yeah, I would just leave it alone for now. I hope that helps, darling. Jill, honey, what is your question? Ward, thank you for joining me from Belgium. Lisa and Abigail, I'm sorry, but my list is closed for today. Everybody wants to know when and where they're going to meet their next soulmate. There's so many different variables that happen with that. Reason being, the free will. Our choices throughout every day can change a timeline or a place. All right, if you're spamming then on the page, and keep asking over and over and over again, within a minute of posting, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to read. Um, I only read for people who have manners. All right, Jill, let's take a look and see what we got. But keep in mind, your choices can change your timeline and where. Jill, honey, are you a religious person, a very spiritual person? Am I really frozen? Nicole, I have not. If I'm frozen, am I frozen to anybody? Okay. All right. Okay. As long as I'm not frozen, I will keep going. Jill, what I'm seeing is that there's a religious or spiritual path for you that you need to follow, and that your soul mate person um, is going to be on that same path as you. But for some reason, your guides don't want to talk about this soul person, the soulmate, soul person. Um, they want to talk about how you have kind of lost your lack of confidence, lost your get up and go when it comes to a relationship. Like, you want the relationship, but it's almost as though you're lacking. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. It's almost as though you're creating conflict within yourself when it comes to romance. Okay. Your self-confidence, I feel, has been damaged by other people, not yourself. But it's gotten to the point where you started telling yourself the things that this person with a very big ego kept telling you. But we don't want that anymore. Like, you're trying very hard not to listen to those inner voices, but they keep hearing their ugly head every now and then. Honey, what I want you to do is reconnect with whatever spiritual path you are on, and try to find people that are of like mind. Okay? Whatever spiritual path that may be. Because I feel the person that you are meant to be with, you are going to meet while you follow that journey, if that makes sense. Okay? But we need to head down that road. It's gonna not only help you in the relationship department, but it's also going to help you rebuild your self-confidence from whoever that egotistical person that kept telling you negative things about you. Honey, you are not a negative person. There's nothing there that they should have been saying and treating you that way. Someone should just really slap them in the face and tell them to get those words out of their mouth. They had no right. So, whatever spiritual path you're on, honey, do that. Keep going forth. You're going to find the love that you need down that, and you are going to find that person while you're really going deep down your spiritual path. Okay? I know it's going to seem like a long journey, uh, going down a spiritual path. We learn a lot about ourselves when we do that. But I really feel that the person that you are meant to be, you will find on that journey, and that they are going to continue to help you grow as a person. I hope that helps you, Jill. Tamara, my darling, what is your question today? Hello, hello. If you just came in, I have closed my list out for today. But I will be doing another one. Oh, okay. You just want a general reading then? Okay. Okay, so Tamara, for you, honey, what I'm seeing is that you've been dealing with a lot of disappointments lately that has led to a lot of insecurities. Um, it's saying that you keep coming. It's telling me that you're coming up with these new ideas on how to make what you want happen in your life, but those insecurities keep popping up. Those, what ifs. You need to let those go. Okay. It's saying that you need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? You need to take more control over your money for a while. Save as much as you can, and that you have new beginnings and a transformation coming up in the next 6 months where you're going to have a lot of emotional, um what- you're going to just be very highly emotional. Okay, it's going to feel like a roller coaster. But it's the transformation for good. You've done a lot of growing and whatnot, and you still are. Okay. So just hang on tight, honey. Things are going to get a little bumpy emotionally. But at the end of that, you're going to be coming out on top. So just hang tight, babe. Okay. Hang tight. Keep growing. There was a lot of growth involved in this, but you will be doing good. Danielle, honey, you are still on the list. Camera, honey, did that make sense for you? Okay, I'm probably going to butcher this name. All right. Is it Sarah? Sarah? I'm not quite sure. It's SA'Rah. Yes, the things that are happening are for a reason. They're a lesson that you need to learn, my darling. Okay? Our lives are full of lessons, and then things get so chaotic because we're taking what we learned in those lessons and actually implementing them in our lives which is changing our lives for the better, but it causes emotional chaos. Okay. Nikki, dear, my list is closed for the day, but I will be back again next week, giving as long as nothing else happens with my child and him needing to go to the ER again. Um, but I do appreciate you joining us. Okay. Lily, are you still here? And I believe the next one after Lily is Silky. Did I say that right? Please let me know if you guys are here. Okay, Danielle. What is your question today, Danielle? Hello, and thank you all for joining me today. If you came in just now, my list is closed for free readings for today, but I should be back again next week. Okay, honey, regarding your daughter and you and your guys' relationship, what I'm seeing is that it is a work in progress. Um, think very baby steps. I don't see anything happening rapidly when it comes to your guys' relationship, but I do see it sorting itself out. It's just going to take a long time. There is a lot of hurt there that needs to be healed, trust that has been broken, words that have been spoken that um, really hurt. So it's going to take a while. I do believe it will get there. It's just baby steps. Okay. Um, there's also a lot of self doubt and whatnot and self loathing going on. So not only do you guys need to work on your relationships with it together, but you guys need to work on your self relationships to understand and be able to communicate effectively on where and what you need from each other. Okay. Honey, I'm talking baby steps. I'm talking this could be, you know, a year, 2 years of you guys really working to get that close relationship. Now, don't give up hope. You're going to go, when it comes to things like this, it's going to go 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Okay. It's not, oh, let's just jump in and be all happy, happy, joy, joy right from the get go. It is going to take a lot of work. Um, so, I'm so sorry. I think I need another cup of coffee. Um, but I see it happening. I see you guys being close again. It's just, like I said, take it slow. Make sure you guys really truly listen to each other. Um, but I do think it's going to get there. It's just going to take time. So please don't give up hope. Okay? Please don't give up hope. Always, always, always keep that line of communication open, even if it looks like she never wants to talk to you again. Keep it open. Always be open, open, open. Okay? And they will get there. And I hope that helps, darling. Um, Nicole, are you still here? Okay. Want to make sure you are still here. All right, let's take a peek. And Carol, if you are here, honey, please let me know what your message is. You are next in line. Oh, now I have the hiccups. Great. Okay, darling, as far as um, the position that you're wanting, I am seeing that the decision has not been completely made, but your chances are very good, okay? And the reason I say that is I'm seeing better financial security and long-term success. That tells me that, you know, there is better financial stuff coming for you, and that usually tells me, there's been a promotion, or a change in a job. Uh, but this is saying that, a final decision has not been made. Um, it's also telling me that you need to have direct communications, um, and be very action orientated, very ambitious. But honey, I see things changing for you financially, even if it's not with this, if that makes sense. Okay? Because you are driven to succeed, and you think very quickly on your feet. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. It has been a very long few weeks. But like I said, even though a decision has not been finalized, I do see you having a very, very high probability. Okay? I don't want to say yes or no when it's not a clear decision yet. But by the cards I pulled, I do see a very high probability of it. And I hope that helps. As far as, your question in regards to the move, honey, I am seeing movement. I'm seeing movement forward. Yeah, I'm tongue tying myself today. Um, that tells me that there is a move coming for you. Okay. You're welcome, darling. I do hope it helps, honey. Don't lose hope. I mean, I have a very positive feeling about, you getting that position. Okay, Carol. You're welcome, Nicole. And welcome from Germany. Thank you for joining. My list is full for today, you guys. But I do appreciate you guys coming in, watching, and supporting. It means a lot to me. And I am going to try to get back to my regular weekly readings. Like I said earlier, if you missed it, my youngest child has been having some medical issues, and I have not been able to be on. Oh, welcome from England and South Africa. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for supporting and jumping in. But I will be doing, hopefully back to doing weeklies again, now that he is starting to feel better. So if I don't get to you guys this time, jump into my next live. Okay? All right, Carol, let's take a look. You want to know whether it'd be better for you to move home near where you grew up. So let's take a peek. This is telling me that you need to release your fears and take that leap of faith forward. Okay, it's telling me that you understand and you know exactly what it is that you need. It's your insecurities that are holding you back from making your final decision, dear. Currently, where you are having issues with, with your own emotions. You feel like you're disconnected. Like you're not getting enough time with somebody. It almost feels like you want to have that reconnection. And you know what you need to do to get there. But that self-doubt and that fear of making that leap keeps holding you back. So as far as what I'm seeing with the cards and your question, honey, I would say I would take that leap forward. Okay? I would take that leap of moving where you're drawn to. We're drawn to different places for a reason. If we're drawn to move somewhere, that's because that's where we need to be in order to keep growing and keep nurturing our own selves. Okay? So I would go ahead and I would take that leap. If I were you and I was, getting these cards, that's what I would do. I would go ahead and take that leap of faith. Okay? Hello, and thank you everybody for joining in from my page. If you just popped in, my free reading list is full for today, but try to catch me next week when I do more free readings, okay? If you'd like to book a reading session with me privately, you're more than welcome. I have my prices on my Facebook and my website, and you can message me to book a private reading. Carol, honey, does that make sense, darling? Absolutely. Absolutely. Never be afraid to ask for help. Never, ever, ever. Everybody needs help at times. And yes, absolutely. Ask them for help, darling. Carol, honey, I hope that helped you. Okay. Diane, hun, are you still here? Bianca, are you here? Oh, darling, I called your name a few minutes ago. So, Silky, honey, what is your question? I called you a while back. Good afternoon. If you guys just joined my live for the first time, um, my free reading list is actually full for today. However, I will be live again next week, so please feel free to jump in and get on the list next week. All right, so okay, honey, okay, you want to know? All right, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. You want to know Acosta's feelings for you? Did I say that right? All right. Okay. Let's take a peek. Okay, the feelings that come up right away is a very nurturing feeling. Um, I'm seeing I'm seeing growth in a relationship and feelings department when it comes to Acosta and you. Um, However, it does come with a warning of codependency and insecurities. So you want to be careful with those if you choose to become romantically involved. I do see a fear of commitment also. So, those are just things to be aware of. But otherwise, honey, as far as feelings towards you, I feel that they are growing. But when it comes to romantic relationships, I feel like he kind of, I don't want to say he doesn't really pull back from them, but he's almost afraid to put his all into it, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say he's a very guarded person, but he does um he's very cautious. That's the word I'm looking. Very cautious when it comes to romance. Um so it may be something that grows very slowly, but I do see a romantic relationship with Acosta being a very good possibility if you're willing to allow them to take those baby steps. Okay. I hope that helps, darling. And that, yeah. You understand what I'm trying to explain? You're very welcome, darling. All right, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I will be back again next week. Giving, I'm not quite sure on the day. I'll post it on my Facebook page. Um, it kind of depends on if my little needs to go back to see the doctor or not. So, look out on my Facebook page. I will let you guys know the day before I go live and what time. And then I hope to see you guys all there. Thank you and for allowing me to tap into your energies and read for you today. The brightest of blessings to all of you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful week.